You wake up at 3 a.m. again, staring at the ceiling, another failed diet, another broken promise to yourself. You know exactly what you should do, but willpower keeps abandoning you when you need it most. What if I told you that discipline isn't about willpower at all? What if the real secret is something way simpler that nobody's telling you? Let me be honest with you. I used to be that person too. I'd start Monday with all the motivation in the world. By Wednesday, I was back to square one. I'd blame myself. I'd think something was wrong with me. I'd watch motivational videos and feel pumped for exactly 2 hours. Then reality would hit, and I'd feel even worse than before. The cycle was destroying me. Not just my habits, but my confidence, my self-image, everything. But then something shifted, and I'm going to walk you through exactly what changed everything for me. The first thing you need to understand is this. Willpower is not your friend. I know that sounds weird, but stick with me. Willpower is like borrowed energy. You have a limited supply every single day, and the moment you use it, it gets weaker. By evening, you've got nothing left. This is why you can resist junk food at breakfast, but demolish an entire packet of chips at midnight. It's not weakness, it's just science. So what do we do instead? We stop trying to use willpower. We stop fighting ourselves. We do something that sounds almost too simple. But it works because it removes willpower from the equation entirely. We design our environment. Think about this. If I told you to resist chocolate for a week, but I kept a box of chocolate on your desk, how long would you last? Maybe a few days if you're strong. But what if that chocolate isn't on your desk? What if you have to get in your car, drive to the store, and buy it? Suddenly, the temptation is gone. Not because you became stronger, but because you made the choice harder. This is the real secret. Discipline doesn't come from fighting yourself harder. It comes from designing your life so that the right choices are the easiest choices. That's it. That's the entire game. Here's what this looks like in real life. If you want to wake up early, you don't use willpower to jump out of bed. Instead, you put your alarm across the room so you have to physically get up to turn it off. By the time you're standing, you might as well brush your teeth and splash water on your face. Suddenly, you're awake. No willpower needed, just design. If you want to study more, you don't sit at your desk and fight the urge to check your phone. Instead, you put your phone in another room. Or better yet, you go to the library where your phone is useless. Now studying is the path of least resistance. Your brain naturally flows toward it. If you want to eat healthier, you don't stand in front of the fridge every night battling your cravings. You buy healthy food and don't buy junk food. When hunger hits at night, the only easy option is the healthy option. Game over. Discipline wins without you even trying. But here's where most people get stuck. They think this is all too simple. They think real discipline should feel harder. They think they should be able to white-knuckle their way through temptation and feel proud about it. But that's exactly the thinking that keeps them trapped. Real discipline is invisible. Real discipline is when someone asks you how you stay consistent and you don't have a dramatic story. You just say, I designed my life that way. That's it. That's the moment everything changes. Now, I want to talk about something deeper, because environment alone isn't enough. You also need identity shift, and this is where the real transformation happens. Right now, you probably see yourself as someone who struggles with discipline, someone who can't stick to anything, someone whose willpower is weak. Every time you fail, it confirms this belief. And when you believe something about yourself deeply, you start acting like it's true. It becomes your identity. But what if you could change that? Not by trying harder, but by changing how you see yourself. Instead of saying, I want to become disciplined, you start saying, I am someone who makes smart choices about my environment. Instead of, I need to force myself to work, you say. I am someone who organizes my life so work is easy. These aren't just words, they are identity shifts. And when you start seeing yourself differently, your behavior naturally aligns with that new identity. Here's the turning point moment that changed everything for me. I was sitting with a friend and I said, I'm just not disciplined. And he looked at me and said something I'll never forget. He said, you've organized your entire apartment around being lazy. Your snacks are on the shelf right at eye level. Your phone charger is right next to your bed. Your laptop is always open on the couch. You haven't failed at discipline. You've succeeded at designing a lazy life. Now,